everything I am going to post is going to be revolving around this. It's coming up with a creative solution, solution to a huge problem. I'm tired of just pointing to this problem and just saying, oh, this exists. It's like, what are you gonna do about it? What in your skill set can you bring to the table to try and help this? It's good, peeps. Come hang out on Twitch, where we are now an affiliate. Thanks to everybody who tunes into these streams. We're now an affiliate. So definitely planning on going live a lot more. And been also working on the YouTube channel, Blease R. Lanham YouTube channel. And I know you have to get down to a niche. And it also comes down to what I've been trying to do in this most recent journey. That is just an extension of what I've been doing for 13 years now. And it's through this self-discovery and creative path of trying to see, what the meaning is, what the purpose is of this art. And I know when you're doing YouTube and growth, you have to really hammer down on a niche. And trying to find that niche. And watching all these different tutorials and stuff of seeing what is recommended by people that have grown rapidly on YouTube and stuff. They just keep hammering down on niche. And it's really hard when you're a multimedia artist to find one thing that you can really do on YouTube. I feel like there's an unlimited number of angles you can go on different videos and stuff, and it's really hard. But I did appreciate one video I came across. He was just talking about just start creating content. Just start creating content. Just start putting it out there. And I really resonated with that. And he's like, once you do and you start to see, what is resonating with others, and you start to figure out not only what you are most passionate about, what you are willing to keep talking about over long periods of time, but also in combination of what people are picking up on. I think it's been doing this now, going on 6 months. This wouldn't have happened if it weren't, for the years before it. It really wouldn't have. And everything kind of leads to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. And trying to figure out that niche for myself, being a multimedia artist, especially, and I'm just talking about YouTube here. The Twitch stream, I definitely am going to be all over the place on the Twitch stream, but really just trying to figure that out for the YouTube channel is something I've been really trying to work on and figure out, because I am posting there every single day, and it is tough because you can sometimes spend so much time on a video and then to see it flop, and then you do another video that literally took you 12 seconds to make, and that's the one that pops off, and it's damn, the one I put so much effort in, why didn't that resonate? That I was so passionate about. Where I've come now is doing stuff that I'm passionate about, that it doesn't matter how many views it gets, and I'm not concentrated on the end result. I'm more concentrated on the process itself and allowing that to really bring fulfillment. In this, trying to figure out, the YouTube for myself, to also write a little bio, whatever tagline, and I wrote unniche your creativity. I feel like it's important to know what genre you're creating in. It's like that saying, you have to know the rules in order to break them. You have to understand what it is you are creating. To say oh, I don't fit in a box. Well, that it's not on you. It's how it is perceived. You could just be yelling at a blank wall, but you ultimately want it to resonate with others. And if you want it to resonate with others, you have to acknowledge that people do think in terms of genre. They do have an intent of what they are looking for. And if you don't understand that, then you are going to be talking to a blank wall, and it's tough. I saw this video and it really did, give me some relief a bit, because I have been stressing it for a while of like, what should I focus on? What should I focus on? Now doing the podcast, putting out 23 episodes across 24 weeks, really finding my groove with it. And again, this self-discovery of just doing it. I think we can freeze ourselves sometimes before we even get started. We have to kind of get out of our own way. And that's what I've done with this step that I've been taking since January 10th, I would say, is, I went through a shift as a creative. I went through some growth, and it's been a learning process, and I'm learning something new every day with it. So this isn't like a final thing, but I do feel like I have found the niche, and I can apply the different things that I'm doing to hopefully all be a different angle of this niche. And that is, and if you've listened to the podcast over the past however months, you'll know I talk about this a lot, but it's going to be a focus of mine in everything I do, and that is emotional intelligence. Unleash your creativity, focusing on the limitless ways being a creative can help raise emotional intelligence. This includes connecting with others, whether it be in real life, as you've seen in the IRL streams of doing these meetups, or in the virtual space. And I call it virtual space, metaverse, virtual galleries, but it's connecting with other like-minded individuals. And everything I am going to post is going to be revolving around this. It's coming up with a creative solution, solution to a huge problem that we face. I'm tired of just pointing to this problem and just saying, oh, this exists. It's like, what are you gonna do about it? What in your skill set can you bring to the table to try and help this? I can speak from experience in how creativity has helped me become more emotionally intelligent, how it's enabled me to unleash frustration and anger, and has been there for me when I experience, sadness, vulnerability, embarrassment, shame, these unpleasant feelings that every human being experiences in their life. And it's been creativity, it's been writing, painting, going out and just shooting video, whatever it may be, time lapses. Time lapses are really therapeutic for me. I really love shooting a good time lapse of a sunset, sunrise, cloud movement, whatever it may be, water. I really find solace in creating time lapses and just sitting there, and it's kind of really meditative. I like to watch the video as well as what is being shot at the same time and really be in the moment. I use my phone, so I'm not on my phone during that time either. But again, it's that underlying emotional intelligence, because I see so many actions taken from negative emotions, whether it be on the timeline or in real life towards other people, of like acting out in anger. It's okay to express, and making the distinction between expressing anger, which is saying I am angry in this moment. Like, what you are doing is making me angry, versus I'm punching your face or punching a hole in the wall. Like that's acting out in anger. That's not expressing anger. That's not healthy. That is not positive to your life. That's not progressing your life. You know, we can all get angry and frustrated. We have to come up with creative solutions to these problems. And I think it needs to start at a very young age. I feel like we start talking about psychology too late, and too many, who are going through rapid changes, at that age, aren't able and mentally equipped to deal with all of those hormones that are raging through them, right? Like all these changes, they're kind of just a lot of the times just cast aside, and it's like, just grow up. I think we're getting better at that. But again, when I see art departments get defunded, they're usually the first ones to get defunded. Art, music, and these are creative outlets. These will help, create a more emotionally intelligent person. When they get older, they'll be able to handle stressful situations, and stressful situations are incessant. They're going to be every single day. You come across something that is going to test you. In this latest episode of the Indefatigable Artist Podcast, I titled it Incessant Practice, because it's every day. It's not like you start meditating and you just are on this plateau for the rest of your life. Or monks, once you become a monk, you've just got it all figured out. Like, no, it's a practice. Meditation is a practice. It's every single day. And if you can apply that mindset to everything you do and just realize, there's always going to be a test. There's always going to be a test. And what are you going to do? Like, just throw up your hands and just get fucking pissed that this test is here? It's making you a better person. It's making you better. It's not, why is this happening to me? It's, why is this happening for me? Use it to your advantage. Learn from it. If you made a mistake, learn from it so you don't make the same one twice. No, we have this idea of perfection, and perfection is a state never reached. It's never reached. It's something in our mind. It's this expectation that we have. It's false. It's a false sense of self, and I feel like we have too much of that. Too many facades. Too many things that we perceive as quote unquote real. And then we attach real emotions to them. Real emotions that have chemical consequences in the brain. When you are truly angry and you have the adrenaline rush, if you are truly depressed and sad, and you're having those chemicals in your brain of a depressive state, there are real consequences to that. If you're facing a stressful situation and you become so frustrated you can't think clearly, it fogs you. You have to be able to collect yourself and find your center in those moments. And you really don't know if you're growing until you've been tested. And it's easy to, I guess, make the analogy of working out. Like, the stronger you are, the more weight you can lift, and the more times you can lift that weight. And you have to tear muscle. You have to lift until those muscles fail. And it's through that failure of those muscles that they become stronger the next time. So when you come back to work out, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be able to do more reps. You're going to be able to lift more weight. Now apply that to everything you're doing. I think when we can get in this easy rhythm and say, "Oh man, I can stay right here. I just want to idle right here at 55. I don't want to go any faster. I don't want to go down any other roads that I don't know. I don't want to try a new route. I want to just, stay on my one road." And we keep making these pathways. And if you think of that as a pathway in the brain that you're taking of, behavior, action, emotion, action, and you don't take a new pathway. You don't start to take a new path in the brain of saying, okay, I just faced a stressful situation, and this is how I've always reacted. For me, when I was a kid, I would face a stressful situation. I'd get pissed off. Something would frustrate me, and I would ball up my fist, and whatever was near, I hit. It could be a car, it could be a wall, it could be a door, it could be a face. Whatever it was, that was the course of action. Anger, frustration, boom, punch. That, and I had to really work hard at overcoming that. And one of the ways that I was able to do that was through writing. I wrote down my frustrations. It started to put life in perspective. I started to forgive people that I thought angered me, but I had to realize that I angered myself through that person, that person did not anger me. I allowed that person to anger me. I chose to perceive that as anger. I chose to, no matter what they did, they could have blatantly tried to disrespect me, said anything. Okay, that's them projecting on me. I have built this center, and in this center I have this energy force that I am not going to let them shift that. I've built this. I practice this every single day. I am fortified. I'm up in this tower, beyond the moat, beyond the wall. I have been building this damn wall. It's stones. You can keep casting your arrows. I am way up in that tower. You're not going to reach me. You're not going to reach me. There may be times where I'm down in the moat. Maybe I'll get hit with an arrow. But guess what? I know how to tend to myself now. It's been years of this practice. Whatever you say or do to me, I am not going to allow that to truly shift me. And you may strike me with some words, and it's those that know you best that can, hit you with that. They can hit that ego. They can really make your knees buckle a little bit. But I will ride that wave of emotion. I let my hands shake a little bit. I'll let it course through me before saying a single word, before acting. I'll take it in. I'll listen to what they have to say, and I'll start to just, root it and why it made me feel that way. And are we perfect in this? No, we're gonna make mistakes. There's gonna be times where you do act out in anger. I've done that where I've gotten frustrated recently, and I'm like, I catch myself too late. It's like, damn, I actually acted out in anger. It can be something small, like I get frustrated and maybe I'll slam something down, and I'm like, fuck, that's acting out in anger. I have to catch myself, because even the slightest action like that can snowball, and then you start, it just gets worse and worse. So you got to really be diligent in catching yourself of like, oh, I'm acting out on this negative emotion, and that is only going to make it worse in the future, near future, distant future. Everything you do is habit forming, and the thoughts we have in our brain is like the software, right? Like, end harsh self-criticism yesterday. I love that by Joan Rosenberg. Like, just end it. And it's tough. It's tough, especially when you look at the timeline of like, damn, that person looks so good. Oh wow, their hair looks so good. Or, they're, oh wow, look at their growth. They've only been doing this a third of the time. Like, we're constantly, it's built that way. Like, these timelines are built that way. And I appreciated what Mark Rebier was saying, on his Instagram story, saying like he spends like hours scrolling and he doesn't feel good at the end of it. And it's like, it's not necessarily designed to, especially on what app you're trying. They are trying to poke at you to try to get you to engage and to stay on the app more. And sometimes that engagement is negative because that is what drives people. That is what drives them to action. If they can get you to act on this negative behavior, and if they get one person to act over here and get another person over here and get some back and forth, that means more comments. That means more time being spent arguing, and you're arguing on that platform. And for them, hey, what's up, DCL Community TV? Mew. Is that sinful? What's up, friend? Just talking about creativity and how it has helped myself, become more emotionally intelligent. I'm talking about, really trying to find my niche on YouTube. And so it's been like some self-discovery here. And so I'm just trying to talk about that, and like how I'm trying to approach YouTube, in the best way possible, because I know I have to like find a niche, on there, in order to grow the way I want to grow on there. And it's been really tough because we do so many things. Like, it's hard to live your life based on a damn niche. And like, kudos to people that do that, and like, you go to their YouTube channel and it is that one thing and they are just hammering that one thing. My brain just does not work that way at all. And so it has been a bit of a struggle of trying to, simplify it a bit. I do intend to definitely keep the Twitch stream varied. I that's just how I am. Colorful Carol, what's up? And what's up, Spectral G? Appreciate you guys hanging out. We're live on Twitch at Bleeze NFT. I'm also live on and for Twitch, I'm also live on Instagram, just trying it out, seeing what's up, just saying what's up to peeps. So appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. Again, just talking about emotional intelligence and the way that creativity has helped myself with that, and how it makes the process fun every day. You find something new, and in these morning writings that I do, especially, and like the writings I've been doing for the podcast, have really been enlightening, and I hope others are resonating with that as well and seeing that. And I hope that talking from my experience, it can help others. And as I continue to do this, and I really think focusing on this one thing, I will then be able to apply the different things that I do, like whether it be the trippy animations that I do, or just the straight up like convos like this that I post on there, or the metaverse stuff, like the metaverse wedding stuff, and how YouTube channel is Bleece R Lanham. Yeah, just Bleece on YouTube, and then it will ask you, did you mean Bleece or whatever? And yeah, hit that. And it's also link in the bio. Link in the bio will take you there. I have it on Linktree as well on Instagram. So link in bio. Twitch is at Blease NFT. I'm Blease NFT on all socials. Couldn't get at Blease on Twitter, so it screwed it all up. Yeah. So yeah, Blease NFT on all socials. But yeah, Blease on YouTube. And YouTube is like my basis for creativity right now. Like that, if I get nothing else done in the day, I am getting that YouTube video up, whether it be horizontal video or a YouTube short. And I've really loved the integration of YouTube shorts. Just shout them out really quick. Having a lot of fun creating those. And that again, those are varied. And coming back to this notion of tying everything to emotional intelligence, there are some of those videos where I'll do like some trippy videos with someone who's inspired myself along my journey, using Alan Watts quotes. Have done really well as YouTube shorts with these trippy videos that I make. And then I make like these hours long videos like you see here that's playing, and I really enjoy those. Again, those are very therapeutic to make, and like I love just having them on and just and watching them and seeing the reaction from people watching them and resonating with these vibes has meant a lot. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, of like there's different ways to tie emotional intelligence to everything. And so if this is, the base that then connect, these different buildings, I guess I'm putting up, if you're talking about it as like a city or whatever, you have these different buildings you walk in, some days it's like, I want to walk into this building. Others, I want to walk into this one, but what connects it is that basis. And like, that is what this is going to be, is creative. I'll check your posts on Instagram, Spectral, for sure. Yeah, I have like hours long animations up on YouTube. I've been doing now this year, really having a lot of fun with those, and we'll definitely check out yours and ask others to check Spectral G's out. And that's one thing I have enjoyed doing too, is checking out other people's creativity on these streams and to highlight you. I want to highlight others that are spending time in this community and check out your work on stream and to talk about it. Would love that. I've done that a couple times now. Really enjoy it. I'm all about that. Let's highlight everybody. It's free to support artists. That will be on my gravestone if I have one, or the whatever out in the woods. I don't know. Whatever it may be, whatever I leave behind, chisel it on there. It's free to support artists. It is free to support artists. A like, a comment, a share really does go a long way. And so talking about other people's artwork on stream, I am so about. So Spectral, if you have videos or something, or a website, I would love to check that out on stream and to see what you've worked on, or anything you want to talk about. I am 100% about it. And anybody in chat on Twitch, I am so about that life. DCL community, I know you're doing the most in DCL. Love to see it. Was spending time with ABC Decentraland yesterday. A lot of great friends and just so many adventures, and I love how they highlight different builds in the metaverse and in Decentraland. And so it's just a great thing to get a bunch of friends together. Yeah, it's a grind. It's not easy. You got to do what it fits your schedule as a creative. in 2023, we're expected to do so many things, it's hard to stay up on everything. It's so, it drains you. It's easy to feel stymied. Spectral Gallery on YouTube. Okay, very cool. We'll definitely check that out. I'll write that down. At Spectral Gallery. Very cool. Do you have a virtual gallery? Have you thought about putting your artwork in a virtual space? I recommend that to anyone who makes digital artwork. If you come into a virtual gallery, your art takes on like another life. It feels like it has like an aura to it, and it becomes bigger than seeing it like on a 2D timeline of just scrolling. It's easy to just scroll past, but seeing it in a gallery, it just takes on another life. Yeah, like a virtual gallery. I remember seeing my artwork in a virtual space for the first time, and I was like, "Wow, this is so trippy." And to build a gallery, based around that concept of the art, it could be a whole collection you're putting together on Spatial. Oh, very cool. I've got a couple galleries on Spatial too. Shout out Spatial, fellow Spatians. Very cool. Yeah, I like Spatial. It's a great way. We've onboarded a bunch of people to Spatial. It's actually, we have found it to be the easiest virtual space to onboard people for the first time. I like their phone app. I think it makes it really accessible for people that aren't familiar with Web3 or the metaverse. You can just say, hey, download this app for free. You can sign in as a guest and come check out this gallery. And couple minutes later, they're venturing it in. Is it the same as an Oculus? Is it the same as being on the desktop? No, but you can still see the artwork. You can still get a feel. Hey, Leo 1794, appreciate you following, friend. What's up? Appreciate that follow. Thank you. Yeah, it goes to what I'm saying. It's a great way to support. And if you have an Amazon Prime, you can sub to the channel using that Amazon Prime. And it really does help support the stream and allow me to stream more. I'm trying to stream more now that I am an affiliate. I want to give more as much as I can in doing these different streams. So any support that way is much appreciated. There are so many different ways to support artists. Whatever level you can, let's all help each other in this. I'm all about supporting artists. At Blease NFT on all socials. I will support you. I will like. I will comment. I will engage with your work. I'll share it. At Blease NFT on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter as well. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. But yeah, on different socials. A Patreon channel. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I've thought about that too, of creating a Patreon, taking it one step at a time. I just appreciate people just tuning in at this point. I don't think I'm at the level yet of gatekeeping more, I guess, of my content. But I have thought of it. I've seen other content creators use it really well, and I definitely keep it in mind. Hopefully I can grow there. Yeah, okay, very cool. Hey, DCL community knows them. Let's go. Appreciate you guys hanging out on this Tuesday. Really appreciate it. We're just bringing some meta party vibes on this Taco Tuesday. Yeah, I try to do the stream every day at this point, and doing it at random times. I know, to be consistent and trying to do the same time, it's very tough, man. It's tough when, again, you have to keep the lights on. You got to keep the lights on. You gotta work. You know, gotta work, bitch. That video. But yeah, we all got to keep the lights on at the end of the day. I wish good vibes could pay the bills. I really do. I actually make that like a currency in my novels. If you don't know the novels, if you're first time here of the novels, Spectral as well. I'll show Instagram. Yeah, Twitch. We're also live on Instagram. If you're not familiar with the novels, there you are. I do a currency that's good deed points, and it's like doing good deeds for others and quantifying that, you know, different levels, and like doing things instead of like getting taxed. You have to like do things that help the community out, and everyone kind of brings their own to it. Whatever you can do to help, you know. Like our friend Odd Job says, sharing helps everybody win. Shoe before Wagney. And I just love that sentiment. Sharing really does go a long way in supporting small artists.